For the kids out there that are aspiring to be professional poker players, I would say the life isn't quite as easy as it looks. You really have to manage your money well. You're going to have bad days. Even the best players lose 33% of the days, sometimes a lot more than that.
Poker is something that looks really easy, right? Like you're playing a game. Like how hard could it be? Like people are doing it around their kitchen table, like whatever, you know? Well, you got to really put the time in, and it's tough. It's tough work. The benefits are great if you can do it.
It is a game, but these guys are taking it very seriously. $100,000 on the line.
I bet it doesn't feel like a game to these gentlemen sitting here right now.
Pretty sure it does not.
This is the most fun part, though. The stress kicks up. Everything gets more exciting. That 100,000 is getting closer and closer to being able to be grabbed.
Jamie Klinger here with pocket eights. Puts on the bandana and the shades, which tells me I have a hand.
I get so confused. There's so many jokes that come to mind with the bandana that they barrage my mind, and then I end up, just letting it go.
Telos picks up king-queen offsuit.
Yeah, a couple of hands here. Obviously, the 2-8s is a pretty normal raise. Even the king-queen offsuit, a lot of times you don't want to be calling, but we're getting tighter and tighter. Less players at the table, so those hands become a lot more playable.
So he calls, Goname gets out with ace-jack.
Which is a decent hand too,
That's
but
tight.
keep in mind we have a raise and a call, so it shrinks up that ace-jack.
King-3 offsuit for Sebastian. Lets it go.
Heads up.
The master man.
Flop is 8 of clubs.
I feel like he should have a theme song.
Yeah, wow, and flop set here
Wow.
with the 8s.
C1 check. Action on 3. C3
And a check.
I don't like the check from Jamie at all.
Actions on 1.
You get in those situations, you flop a set, it just looks so suspicious all of a
It
sudden.
does.
Now you check the flop, especially if you've been being aggressive, which Jamie has been probably the most aggressive player.
What
at the
does that
table.
say to you? I'm pretending I don't have a hand so that you buy into this?
Exactly. He does make a bet on the turn. Looks like Celis is thinking about it with just
Okay.
his naked gut shot here.
You happy with the size of that bet, 200,000?
I'm okay with it. I don't like the check because it's just fishy. Everything becomes fishy now. It makes the other player able to get away a little bit easier.
Telos having a hard time with this.
Wow.
C1 calls.
Another
Open up.
huge misstep. And Tina, we keep seeing this with players that are eliminating themselves that don't need to. There's no reason to go broke in that spot.
He could have gotten out of the hand right then and there, but decided to move all in.
Yeah, especially with that fishy check again. That should have let Celos know, hey, something strange is going on here. The continuation bet didn't happen.
There's the river card, 6 of hearts, and with that, we lose Celos from the tournament, and we are down to 4.
Action will be on C1.
Blinds at 30,000, 60,000 with a $5,000 ante.
And of course, those blinds really starting to eat you up. The 5,000 ante goes in every single hand.
C1 raises.
People need to get in there and play a little bit.
Actions on
He
4.
wins four-handed poker now. Ace-queen offsuit for Jamie Klinger raises it up to 200,000.
Another decent. And it's so important at this stage in the tournament as well, just to pick up hands. I know it seems so simplistic, but it gets to that spot where the best hand wins, really.
That's your advice, Joe? The best hand wins? No, you're right. You're absolutely right, though. But these hands become more valuable. Ace-rag becomes pocket kings for,
Well, so much of the play is eliminated. And that's sort of what I mean by saying, wow, looks like we have an all-in from Sebastian here. So much of the play gets eliminated, and it really comes down to showdown poker is what we like to call it. The best hand ends up winning a lot of the time in those spots because you can't push anyone out.
C1 calls.
And a call from Jamie Klinger.
A misstep here from Sebastian, but it's not the worst move in the world. He's got an ace-3 in the big blind. Jamie has been playing pretty aggressively, so I don't hate the play. Sometimes, you just get hurt a little bit, but that's just the nature of the beast.
And Jamie can certainly afford a couple of calls, so
Absolutely.
here comes our flop. It comes down 5 of hearts, king of spades, queen of diamonds.
And that's pretty much a death flop for Sebastian. He was drawing 2 throughout, and here comes his 3 on the turn, one card too late. So he's going to have to hit another 3, obviously, to somehow magically win this hand.
Here comes that river card. Is it a 3? It's not. 5 of spades, unfortunately. And with that, we lose another player, Sebastian, now gone from the table. Were you happy with this play in general?
I was pretty happy with this play. I don't hate that at all with the ace-3. A misstep, but was sort of one that went along with the play in
Feed
that
6
actual
announces
hand. So
all
I don't have
in.
any really
Actions
issue with
on
that.
one.
Okay. I just wanted him to feel better
One is also all in.
watching this.
He probably felt better with that awkward man hug
Possibly.
that they got in as he left the
Your
table.
cards, guys?
All right, we have some action here. Karageorgis
Shows
with
fives, pocket fives.
King 4 offsuit, moves all in, gets a call from Klinger.
And it's just more of this. People are having to move in. They just simply don't
King
have
of clubs, 7 of spades, 6
the
of
ability to
clubs.
sit there. Hits his king right there, of course.
Hits the king on the flop.
Turn is the 9 of diamonds.
Here's our turn card, a 9 of diamonds.
Just not a lot of play here. Now Jamie's drawn to a 5 or an 8 to make a straight or to make a set in order to take control of this
10 of
hand.
spades on the river.
Our river card, 10 of spades.
Wow, Jamie Klinger lost the hand.
I know, this is
How did that
incredible. What is
happen?
going on? Was the bandana not involved enough?
4 folds. Actions on
It'll be
6.
interesting to see
Fourth
how
call.
Jamie's game is affected. That I can remember is the first big hand that he's lost.
Off to
Six
another,
folds,
and a
all in.
nice hand. Pocket 10s here for Karageorgis.
Sorry, man, I call.
And is all
He wants
in.
calls.
Wow. And very, very easy call for Jamie. Seems like he seems to just keep picking up hands. Obviously got ace queen here against the 2-10, so the classic race situation, of course.
Well, you're the big stack at the table. I mean, you've got to sort of play your stack. And
Oh yeah, it's an auto call in that situation. No question about it.
Here
Flop,
comes
7
the
of
flop.
hearts, 8 of diamonds,
Comes down
2
7
of
of hearts, 8 of diamonds, 2 of diamonds.
So all clear for the 10s, obviously, at this point. Jamie's going to be looking for an ace or a queen.
Comes the
Turn is
turn
the
card,
queen
a
Boom.
queen of spades.
Just like that. Just like that.
Oh.
Tough spot.
That is tough.
Karageorgis is going to be drawn to one of the remaining 2 10s.
River is a king of spades.
Doesn't happen.
One
King
takes
comes
down
down on the
call.
river. With that, we lose Karageorgis.
Yo, I'm Phil Hellmuth, and you're watching the Ultimate Bet Starlight Poker Tournament. We'll be right back.